The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Brecheen. Brought to you by Medine's Collision Center in Baton Rouge. Take control, choose Medine's. Grosse Savant Lodge, south of Lake Charles, the true sportsman's paradise. Treads and Care Company in Central, the tires you need, the service you want. Harvey Auto in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you have trusted for years. And Gage in Baton Rouge. Get better connected with Gage. Here's your host, Lee Brecheen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lee Brecheen, your host of the Sports Scouting Report. We've got a great guest today. I want to thank our coach for being on here because it's a spring break and, you know, it's his off time. But it's Bunkie High School's head football coach, Nick. I don't want to mispronounce it because they always mess up Brecheen, coach, but Pujol.
Yep, Pujol. That's right.
Pujol. I could easily say Puju or Pojo, but it's Pujol.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
You're like me, man. When they say Brecheen, they say Brecheen. And at some point, you're probably like me. It's okay.
I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah. So we got head football coach Pujol from Bunkie, who is not only the head coach, but a graduate of Bunkie High School. And coach, thanks for being with us, man. I appreciate you taking that time.
Yeah,
the bobbleheads, man. I like your bobbleheads in the background.
Yeah, no, I've ever since I've been little, I got bobbleheads. Anytime you go to games and they give you like first 10,000 fans or whatever, get a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah, is that an LSU? Is that an LSU?
I got some LSU, Green Bay Packers, some baseball ones, Astro, Dan Marino,
okay.
Heroes up there. Got a few of them.
Okay. We're going to be talking with Coach today about his Bunkie program and what he's accomplished. And I actually saw him play last year. Coach, I saw you play against Jonesboro Hodge, who was super talented last year.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Oh, man. I mean, they look like a West Monroe in uniform, don't they? I mean, but
yeah, they absolutely had some talent. They were a good team. They had a really good run, too.
But y'all were competitive, Coach. And I was telling you this the other day, watching your team 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and then watching them last year in 221. I mean, y'all were hanging tight with a team like Jonesboro Hodge, who went deep in the playoffs. And I want to mention this. I've got to mention this kid who graduates this year for you. You don't have him back. I wish you did. But Hayden Sauceda, I hope I say that right.
That's right. Yep. Sauceda.
He was an incredible football player. Not a D1 guy, obviously, but man, what a player for you.
Absolutely incredible. In my opinion, he's got the instincts of a D1 ball player, understands the game. Obviously, he's a short kid. He's 5'4", about 170 pounds, but dude has a nose for the football. He's leaving as the all-time leading tackler. He's got 365 tackles in his 4 years. Just an absolute animal on both sides of the ball for us.
But yeah, Hayden, you're going to miss him. I mean, 4-year starter. I mean, he looked 220 pounds to me. I mean, when he ran the ball, and I know he played running back, he played linebacker.
Yeah, he played everywhere. He had to play some quarterback for us. He's not a prototypical quarterback, right. So a lot of that was snap it to him and run. But no, he's just a ball player. He's a kid you like to have around. Just a ball player.
Remember that name just to go see some old film with Coach, maybe Hayden Sauceda. But Coach, he thought he was Brady James. You know, you remember Brady with West Monroe, LSU, Cowboys.
He's a confident kid. And he's always the smallest kid, but he knows how to put his forehead on your shins and cut you down. He is not scared of whoever's coming through that hole. He's a good ball player.
For the viewers out there, look, if you're anywhere near Bunkie, if you're in Avoyelles Parish or you're in Alexandria, heck, if you're in Lafayette, you need to go to a Bunkie game. Coach, I'm trying to sell it because your guys.
We got some of the best tailgating at a high school football game that you're going to have in our Grove right here in the end zone.
Y'all got the Grove too?
Absolutely. We got a Grove right behind the end zone. Probably got about 80 to 100 vehicles parked there. They cook, they grill, everybody having a good time. Really, really good, hometown atmosphere.
The Ole Miss Grove and the Bunkie Grove, man. That's pretty good. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I want to talk about some of the players that graduated that might need mentioning. I mean, even if you're not going to college for football, just as a student, and then the guys coming back later in the show. And when we come back off the break, I want to mention some history. Coach, I cheated. I Googled, but some of the famous people to come out of Bunkie.
Okay, I got you.
which I don't know. I didn't know who they were until I Googled, and maybe you too, you know, so.
Well, I'm in the middle of doing a stat book. So the last few months have been well-versed in the history of all the good guys come through here.
This might help you. I got some old entertainment people that came out of there. I have to dig deep, Coach. We'll be right back.
All right.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. We've got the head football coach of Bunkie High School. If you don't know where Bunkie's at, I mean, it's a rock throw, I think, from Lafayette. You know, Ville Platte is not far, right? And then you get into Alexandria, a few miles down, as they say, down the street. Avoyles, all that area is very close. It's a great community. I want to mention this. I studied this, Coach. I'm just goofy when it comes to just history, but the city has a total square mile area of 2.69 miles. Know that?
No, I didn't know that.
That's crazy. And one famous person to come out of Bunkie, that this is before my time and probably coaches, but famous jazz drummer Zooty Singleton, which is a famous.
I think I've read that before. Yeah.
I
knew he was a musician. I could not have told you the name.
You play? You're a music guy?
No, my brother plays jazz guitar for a living. But no,
Okay.
I'm not musically inclined at all.
Well, all those jazz fanatics will know, I guess, Zooty Singleton, famous drummer from national famous. Coach, getting back to your team, losing Hayden was a big loss. I know you'd love to have him for 10 years, but also Kesman Armstrong, who did a great job for you. I mean, he was a stud at fullback, running back, linebacker, and then Logan Chenevert and a few others. Talk about your senior group, Coach, that are currently – they're going to graduate in May as students, but they're not coming back to play anymore. They're out of eligibility.
Right. So we're graduating 13. We had 13 last year. Absolutely. Kesman and Hayden are probably the names that if anybody pays attention to us, that they know. Kesman, really good defensive end, first team all district in our tough district. Hayden, we spoke about him earlier, kind of did a little bit of everything for us. But then there's a lot of other kids. I mean, if I try to name all 13, I'm going to leave one off. But you got kids, unsung role players that maybe played on the O-line, or maybe they were a special teams guy. Some of those might have been scout team dudes for 4 years, and they're in there giving you reps on those Mondays and Tuesdays and helping you try to game plan for the rest of the week. But overall, just a really good group, a tough group, man. We had a lot of kids with injuries this year. I had seniors play with torn labrums, torn patella tendons. I mean, some tough, hard-nosed kids that almost all of them play with injuries. So they're just some tough kids, and it's going to be hard to replace all of them.
Coach, I want to mention this too, and I find it very unique, and also I love it that the whole staff almost, and tell me, you obviously know, but I think the whole Bunkie staff, you told me off the record, is from Bunkie and went to Bunkie?
7 of the 9 are Bunkie graduates.
Isn't that incredible?
7 of them, yeah.
What is that like to have your staff with all those guys that, went to school there? And I mean, it says
no, it does say a lot. So, and the principal too, same grade as me, played football here, was a all-state linebacker, Chuck Norman, in 2003. 2 of the guys played ball with me, Jamel Juno and Jordan Jackson. And then there's a few that I've coached that have now come back and are new first-year teachers. And then Coach John Fletcher coached here whenever I was a player, and he's still here on my staff. So it's neat that you kind of, you have a good personal relationship with everybody. Everybody knows the kids. If you don't know the kid personally, like an uncle or a grandfather or a cousin. So it's easy to kind of build those relationships with the kids.
Coach, talk about your school being a small school, small community, but what are you going to do for spring? Because most smaller programs don't have spring because you're borrowing players.
Well, same. I probably have 20 guys that play baseball.
Wow.
And our baseball team's doing really well right now. They're number 2 in the power ratings in 2A. They're 20-4. They're having a good season. So We've just found that by the time baseball's over, if you do get them in time, they're so burnt out from that season that I feel like we get a little more bang for our buck getting to start early in the fall. So we're not going to do spring football. We'll do some 7-on-7 stuff in the summer, and then we'll get that extra week in the fall.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, it just seems like every 2A and 1A school, 3A school, everybody plays 3 sports, it seems.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, they do it, and we encourage it. And, we try to make that happen because you're not going to survive on all the sports if you have, one sport kids. You got to have your best athletes kind of spread around.
Coach, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about your current guys coming back. You guys that you have a lot of guys that got experience this past year. Really impressed with a lot of these guys like D.D. Alford, y'all call Day. Branson, Bronson Davis, Kyle Johnson, Silva Braden, Kane Milligan, and Dexter Compton, and many more. But we'll take a break. We'll be back with more of Coach from Bunkie High School. We'll be right back.
If you need a paint job or repairs to your vehicle, go see Medine's Collision Center located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Kincaid Avenue. The number to call is 357-7983. That's 357-7983. Your Baton Rouge Accident Advisors.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sports Scouting Report. I'm your host, Lee Brecheen, and we've got our head football coach, Coach from Bunkie High School. Man, there's a kid that's coming back for you that it's why I like high school football. John Michael Eves, going to be a senior. You're a fullback, linebacker, punter, kicker, water boy, everything.
Swiss Army knife.
Coach, I saw him make a 40-something yard field goal against Jonesboro Hodge and nail it after he was on the field for 9 minutes on defense. I mean, I was like, that's the dude. That's the guy I want on my team.
Yeah, no, he's a really good ball player. He had to play a game at quarterback last year, actually against Manny last year. Our quarterback was out with a concussion. John Michael starts the Manny game. First play of the game, takes it 70 yards to the house. Ended up had 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown, and a defensive scoop and score against Manny in the first half.
and Manny now, this is Manny.
Yeah. Then he kicks a game-winning field goal against Menard with 9 seconds left to seal that win for us. Just a kid he's another ball player. He's a lot like Hayden Sauceda, really good athlete. He's a kid that plays all the sports for us. I mean, he plays shortstop on the baseball team. He bats in the 3-hole. He's just a guy that knows how to play ball. Really, really fortunate to have him from a kicking standpoint and also defensively and offensively.
I'll tell you what, Coach, he's what, 5'6", maybe 180?
5'6" is generous. He's short. He's 5'4.5". He's a strong kid now. But no, he's a little bowling ball. Just a little bowling ball.
Well, John, if you're watching, man, you can play. You're tough. I enjoy watching John Michael. And then you got some other great players. DD, as y'all call it, Day Alford coming back, receiver, tall kid, a lot of upside.
Yep. Big, tall kid, played basketball the first 2 years. Got him finally to come out last year. Day-Day's got the big, tall frame and the ability to run. If he buys in this offseason like we think he will, he's got an opportunity to be an impact player for us.
Another great player for you, both sides of the ball, Dexter Compton coming back.
Yeah, Dexter will be coming into his junior year, a kid that we're looking to, step up and fill the shoes of some of those guys that are graduating.
Kyle Johnson, another receiver.
Yeah, Kyle's a freshman, played a little bit as an 8th grader, played a lot both sides of the ball as a freshman. Kyle's going to be our go-to guy this fall coming in as a sophomore. Fastest kid on the team, really got a chance to do a lot for us.
Coach, y'all got a heck of a receiving corps coming back. Pretty good.
We have the opportunity. I agree with you. We have the opportunity. Yeah. They are young and unproven, but we're hoping 7-on-7 leagues in the summertime kind of help us get all that coordinated and know that we have the opportunity to have a few guys make an impact.
Coach Pujol joins us today from Bunkie High School, head football coach. How's it feel, Coach, to be coming off of 4 straight playoff appearances and being a graduate of the school? I mean, that you got to feel good because I remember your first year. I mean, you barely dressed enough, to play some teams that had 50 guys. I remember I went to one of your games your first year. Y'all were playing Laurelville, and Laurelville had
playoff,
and they had like 40 really good players. You had maybe 12 to play and 25 dressed, 30 dressed maybe.
We played a lot of 2A guys. I think I dressed 31 our first year. It's grown every year. Interest in the program's grown. Kids understand what the expectations are for them. So there's easy buy-in. Our summer weight program is great. Really good buy-in. And we're dressing between 65 and 75 every year now.
Another famous person from Bunkie. I didn't know this till today. former owner of the Roosevelt Hotel in New Orleans.
Didn't know that.
Longtime GM Seymour Weiss. Didn't know
There you
that.
go.
Born in 1896. So heck, I mean, we get a break, Coach. But I know we all know the Roosevelt Hotel in New Orleans. I mean, that's a landmark. But Bunkie native, isn't that incredible? You can add
There you
that, Coach, to your.
Somebody always knows somebody from Bunkie. It doesn't matter where you go.
Right.
I never say Central Louisiana. I always say Bunkie, and somebody's got an aunt or went to college or somebody knows somebody from Bunkie.
That's it. We're going to take a break, Coach. When we come back, we're going to talk more about the school and other programs. Y'all got other sports programs. Give you a chance to talk about your other coaches there that probably on your staff that coach these other sports programs. We'll be right back.
Be sure to take your car and truck for all your tire needs to Treads and Care Tire Company located in Central. The number to call is 331-8144. Family owned and operated since 1971. That's Treads and Care Tire Company.
Welcome back. Lee Brecheen with the Sports Scouting Report, our head football coach from Bunkie High School, Coach Pujol. And Coach, I thought my name was tough to get right. I'm telling you, you got me beat, man.
You're doing an excellent job, man.
Pujol. Want to mention one other famous person from Bunkie, Senator Donald Hines and Dr. Another
Yep, that's right.
Senator. Coach, talk about your programs. We talk about football, but if somebody wants to know a little bit about Bunkie, I mean, y'all have baseball, track, basketball. Talk about some of your coaches and some of the other programs at Bunkie right now. Yeah, Coach, talk about some of your programs at Bunkie, the other sports, baseball, basketball, track, girls basketball, all that stuff.
So boys basketball head coach is Jamel Juno, played here from 2000 to 2004, was all-state in 03, state runner-up back whenever we played. Also coaches some football for us as well. Another classmate of mine that came back. Girls basketball, we had a really good season, just won our first playoff game since 99. So broke a huge drought. Coach Amanda Fondo's done a great job with those girls in that program. Softball actually just won their 20th game of the season last week.
Wow.
Coach Caitlin Hines got them rolling. They're looking to host a home playoff game whenever the brackets come out here soon. And baseball just won their 20th game too. They're sitting at number 2 in the power ratings. They're 24 with 3 games to go. So baseball's looking to potentially, have a deep run for us historically in baseball. So no, all the programs doing really good. Ton of multi-sport athletes. A lot of those football guys play on the baseball and basketball team. And then track and field, we're doing well too. Got the defending state champion in the girls javelin coming back, and got a chance to win girls disc as well. And in the boys, we're doing really well in the throws also.
Coach, tell everybody you got your start. I remember you telling me in Baton Rouge coaching.
I didn't coach in Baton Rouge. I did go to school there.
Went to school at LSU. I'm sorry.
I went to school at LSU, did a lot of student teaching at U High and McKinley and stuff like that. But I didn't do any coaching until I came back to Bunkie.
Okay. And then you were able to go back home, and that's great to be where you grew up and went to school. Coach, and I'm going to go ahead and get into it. The other day, I mean, I'm, looking at my phone, and I admit I'm looking at some of the news on my phone, and I do ESPN on my phone sometimes.
Yeah.
I know how to do that. And I'm trying to get the latest, college football or whatever. And it says Louisiana agrees to NIL high school. And I went, oh, my heart dropped. I went, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, woo. My day was ruined. I don't think it belongs in high schools. I mean, I don't know. This thing's going so wacky. There's no rules for the college thing right now. And, it's so out of whack. But what's your thoughts on NIL in high schools now?
Yeah, and obviously I just heard about it a few days ago. I'm kind of interested to see exactly where that goes. I know that they released an article talking about how it's more of an education thing for us than like regulation. So I'm kind of curious to see what these online courses that they have for us. And I'm interested to learn about it. I don't know if it's going to affect a school on our level, as rural as we are. I mean, I can understand if you have like a elite top 5 player in the country, maybe some of that comes in, but I can't necessarily see any kids around here with our school in particular. I'm just kind of curious to read more about it. Can't really form like a great opinion about it right now. Kind of want to know more about it.
Yeah, and great answer. I need to do the same. If it is an educational thing, hey, I'm all for it if it educates. But if it gets into the the money highway and sit out and all
Yeah,
that.
my understanding is it's kind of going to teach you the ins and outs of it and how to navigate it if it were to come up.
Oh, well, that would be okay then,
Right.
To prepare them for college. Coach, talk about the area. There's a lot of good football in the area, especially when you drive down in Alexandria, with Bolton, who's coming back a little bit. You got Ash, who's doing great. Pineville still got good players even when they're down. Tioga's been on a roll. Tioga's done a great job. LaSalle, all these small towns, Marksville High School,
Right.
Bill Platt down the street from you. I mean, good football players in the area. Good coaches.
No, there has been some good football. In our parish, Marksville's been really good for the last few decades. Avoyles had a phenomenal run this past season to the semifinals, and that's the closest school to us. And they got a good team coming back. And like you said, in Ellick, Ash has really been doing well under Coach Bachman the last few years. Pineville's got a good coach in Bryant Bell there. Tioga's been rolling with Coach Cook. And then, in our new district that we're going to be in, you got teams like Gina that's been really good in this area in the past. So those are some teams that we haven't got a chance to play, but kind of looking forward to seeing them. But no, there's been some good football and a good group of coaches that I feel like we all get along and, all kind of rooting for each other.
How do you think we're going, Coach, since COVID, since the masks are slowly coming off in public with football, now that we have a full spring, now that we have fall practice? I mean,
it kind of feels
how's
like
it feel for you, the
usual.
norm coming back? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it feels like business as usual. The 2020 season was definitely something different. Learning on the fly. Everybody was figuring out on the fly how to get that done. But no, I feel like it's kind of back to business as usual. And everything kind of just seems smooth.
We're going to go off the street a little bit here, talk college football. Let's get you. I know you're LSU. What do you think of Coach Kelly and the hire with Coach Kelly coming from Notre Dame? I mean, we've all read the, what I like is I read all these Notre Dame articles from up in South Bend. And when they're not happy is when they're not writing happy. They're all not happy he left, obviously, but that's a good thing. I think he my 2 cents went to the playoffs twice, didn't have elite skill talent, had elite linemen. I wish LSU could get their tight ends.
Right.
But what do you think of Kelly? I think he's another Nick Saban type. How do you feel about it?
He's obviously, to me, he's like a pro's pro. He kind of comes in and, he's got a game plan and he's got a way that he runs his organization. And he just seems like a professional coach. He's a guy that I think is going to do well. Now, look, but I've been an LSU fan since I've been born. I'm not that old, but I can remember the early years, the early 90s, and then, struggling there, early on with DiNardo and stuff. So, I feel like LSU fans have kind of gotten spoiled and they want, national championship or bust. So I think Coach Kelly's going to be great. I think he's going to keep going what we have going. And no, I think the sky's the limit with him.
Coach, and then we've got a new coach at ULL, obviously, Sarmo, who's played there, quarterback there. I think he's going to do a good job. And McNeese, which is not far from you in Lake Charles. They have a new coach from Valdosta State. He's done a good job. Tulane's got Fritz. Terry Bowden's been hustling really hard at ULM. Tech's got a new coach. Coach, seems like everybody's got a new coach or everybody's 1 year in.
It does. There's been a lot of reaching out from them. They all have new recruiters assigned to their area. So there's been a ton of the guys from the local schools reaching out. And they're doing a really good job of trying to establish relationships with us as the high school coaches and recruit our state.
Coach, is that an Arkansas calendar up top? Or am I seeing things to the back of you? Arkansas?
Right here?
Is that Arkansas?
That's Bunkie football helmets.
Oh, man, it looks like an Arkansas Razorback helmet from way off.
A little bit. I'll give you the benefit of that. That's far away.
All right. It's kind of.
I got some Tulane stuff and some LSU stuff in here. That's about what I got.
Yeah. Well, Coach, appreciate your time. Thank you for being here on your spring break. Enjoy your Easter, man. Happy Easter to you and your family. Keep doing a good job. I mean, I really think you're doing a phenomenal job over there. And I mean, you are maximizing the talent you have, and these guys play hard. I mean, they're fun to watch.
Right. I appreciate that, man. That's what we always strive to play hard. I just want the team to, on the other side, to know that they played a 4-quarter battle and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, word's getting out, Coach. They don't want to play Bunkie. They don't want to play Bunkie. Thank you, Coach. Look, don't go anywhere, but we're going to end the show. Everybody can go to YouTube when this comes out on Monday, which is after Easter. And you can go to our website, lafootballmagazine.com. or you can go to Twitter, or you can go to what's our other one, Jace? We have at LA Football Mag TV. You can go to that as well. So many media deals, Coach. Trying to keep it,
I think you're
all
doing
up here. Yeah, man. Coming off of 3 hours of working on the magazine, like I told you the other night. Again, everybody stay safe. Hope everybody had a great Easter, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Gros Savon Lodge, the true sportsman's paradise. Gros Savon Lodge has fresh and saltwater fishing, alligator hunting, waterfowl hunting, and eco tours located south of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Give them a call at 337-598-2357. That number to call again is 337-598-2357, and have the time of your life. Gage has served Louisiana for over 40 years. Let Gage create a custom tailored solution for your business and become your partner in technology. Give them a call today at 225-753-4243 and help your business get better connected with Gage.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee Brecheen.